Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's DMC, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, bringing you another edition of everybody's favorite Sunday Nitro edition. That is right, it's time for Showdown Sunday, and we are here with episode 12. That means this is our third month going into this third month of consecutive Showdown Sundays. In 9 months, we'll be at our 1 year anniversary. I cannot wait for that. But let's kind of go over our team here. So I did a few practice rounds. I haven't really practiced with this team too much. I usually don't. I like to go in blind a little bit, and then we kind of tweak things afterwards and maybe make another video on that, or when I'm doing another RU team down the line, I can kind of use this knowledge to go forward. So the first thing I do when I'm making a team is I determine, okay, if there's megas available in the tier, who's going to be my mega? I decided Glalie because I really like Glalie as a Pokemon. But he also got this little neckbeard thing going on, which I kind of dig. I myself have a neckbeard, so I kind of relate to him. And he's a pretty strong wall breaker in terms of ice Pokemon, so he's pretty good. Let's kind of go over here. So you can kind of see he's a naive nature. I'm going to do it this way so you guys can kind of copy my EVs if you guys want to use any of these Pokemon. Obviously, the item's going to be Glacier. I'd have to use that for a Mega. Its moveset here, so with Refrigerate, it turns all normal type moves into ice moves and powers it by 1.3. Yeah, here it is right here. You can see that. And so Double Edge is a very powerful move, obviously 120 base, and then times 1.3, you're doing a ton of damage with the stab. But 33% recoil, which does a ton of damage to myself, which is a bit troublesome, but can be a heavy-hitting move. Freeze Dry, super effective against water, even though I don't have that much investment in special attack, but my base special attack is high enough that could do some damage. Ice Shard, high priority move. I can hit him first. I can use that on a Flygon or something like that. Very powerful. And then Explosion's my last move. I do have a lot of attack investment. Explosion will do a ton of damage as long as they're not a Pokemon that's Ghost type or with a lot of defense. So that's kind of going to be fun to mess with if I have to. Kind of like an Art is an Explosion type maneuver, which is a Naruto reference. Daidara, more specifically. So then from there, I was like, okay, since I have a grass, or not a grass sign, we're going to get to that. Since I have an Ice-type Pokemon, its weaknesses are primarily Fighting, and Fire, and Rock, and Steel. Those are its weaknesses. And I believe Ground as well. So I had to think about that. Like, okay, so what am I going to do on my team here? So immediately I said, okay, so if Fire is my primary weakness, I need a Water-type Pokemon. So I decided, let's go Water Grass Fire Core. And originally, this is why this is kind of out of order, I guess I can move it to kind of... it doesn't really matter where to move it, really, but I had Clydesir originally stated for this team, but then as I started building my team, I was like, okay, I kind of need a Rapid Spinner, and I would like something that's a bit more bulky, so I decided to go Blastoise, which is a good Pokemon. So he's going to be taking those fire hits for my Glalie pretty easily. He also can resist Ice types and Water types for some of these other type of Pokemon that are going to need it. So, as well as obviously Fire to help with Virizion as well. So his moveset, he's got leftovers, so again, he's bulky, he's got high defense. In fact, he has a bold nature, high HP, high defense, a little bit of investment in special defense. We got Scald, obviously it's a stab move, it can also burn. Rapid Spin to get rid of those nasty hazards. Toxic, I can stall some people out, take out some of their some big carries, or just if I feel like they're going to switch, just Toxic something, and let them start taking some damage. And then Refresh will get rid of status elements such as Burn, Poison, and Paralysis, which will help me stay in the fight a little bit longer. So obviously then I was like, okay, so then what's my Grass Core? Virizion, very powerful Pokemon. He is going to be my attack, not stab, sweeper, my attack sweeper, my physical sweeper. He's Jolly, so he's got high investment speed, obviously no special attack, no love for that. High attack, high speed, justified ability, Life Orb for extra damage. He's got Swords Dance, so if I go in and, I think they're going to switch out, obviously. Okay, I'm afraid of the Grass move, I'm afraid of the Fighting move. Let me switch out. I can get a free Swords Dance off, which is pretty strong. Close Combat has its most powerful stab move, obviously, but it has some repercussions. It lowers my defense and special defense by a little bit. Leaf Blade, more of a safe stab, great for obviously against water Pokemon. And then we have Stone Edge, which is his last move for type coverage to take out those nasty flying Pokemon, which we will see as long as I outspeed them because I have twice the amount of weakness to flying Pokemon. I can outspeed just about anybody in this tier from what I can understand, as long as they don't have a Scarf. So, there's a little bit of play there. So, then obviously I need the Fire type Pokemon, I decided also with Delphox, it covers my fighting weakness. Not my fighting weakness, my psychic weakness here, along with my, it helps with any type of fighting type Pokemon. So that's kind of why I decided to go with Delphox here. And it's a Calm Mind variant. It is a high special attack and timid with extra speed. It's got Fire Blast, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Grass Knot for a little bit of extra type coverage, just a little bit. And a very powerful Pokemon as well. So I'm very excited to use Delphox. So then, as I had these four, I was thinking about, okay, what else am I weak against, right? Well, I have a little bit of a weakness to fighting type Pokemon. I have a little bit of a weakness to dark type Pokemon with Delphox. So I thought, okay, well, I need a fairy type Pokemon that can handle those. So Diancie was a good choice, although granted, now with the rock typing, I'm neutral to fighting, which is fine. I can still take it. It's a special defensive variant, so I got a physical defensive tank and a special defensive tank. And it's got Diamond Storm and Moonblast for the stab moves, Heal Bell to heal my team. And then I was running Stealth Rocks, but since we have Bronzong, and we'll get to that in a minute, I decided to go with Reflect as a final move, just to add a little bit of extra variety in my move pool. We have Clear Body ability, and as you can see from my EVs here and from Rainbow's Barking, he's also a Sassy Nature, that being Rainbow. But we have a Sassy Nature on our Diancie here, high special defense yet again HP, very bulky but very powerful. And then our final Pokemon was Bronzong. So obviously when you have a Fairy type Pokemon, you have that worry of Steel types as well as Poison types. Now with Bronzong, he is immune to Poison types, and with Levitate, he is immune to Ground types, which is nice too. So he's very powerful. And Stealth Rocks, I need someone to set up some Stealth Rocks. Gyro Ball for the Steel Stab, and since I'm a slow Pokemon, the more power, the slower I am than the target. I'm very slow. I can take out some quick Pokemon pretty quickly. Earthquake, obviously, we're going to get rid of some of the electric type Pokemon. And Toxic, another Toxic just to kind of throw on people if we need to. And of course, like I said, Levitate will make me immune to ground type moves and leftovers because, again, he is also very bulky. And I thought about making him more of a attack variant, and I might sometime later down the line. But for now, we have just a very strong defensive core, a fire, water, grass core, and a strong Lele. So let's get into it, guys. I'm excited to use this team here. And if you guys are excited, be sure to hit that like button for me. If you would do that for me, I'd be very thankful. In fact, I'd be eternally grateful. So let's go ahead and go into battle. Like I said, we're going to do 5 battles today, regardless of the circumstances here. Swig of Pepsi to start us off here. And let's see here. He's got Rhyperior. His name is H-Core for Hardcore. He's a hardcore man. Let's see, Electros. I don't know who he's going to start off with. I have no idea. That's probably a Mega Bayonet. Let's just go Bronzong. I think it's fairly safe. I say that now. Here comes the Rhyperior. I think I'm safe enough to hit Stealth Rock, although he might go for Stealth Rock too and I can get a nice little Gyro Ball on him. Or an Earthquake for that matter. I think Gyro Ball might do more because of the stab. He went for Stealth Rocks, I'm going for Gyro Ball, and we barely do any damage to him. Oh yeah, it's because I'm slower than him, so I'm not that much slower than him. So let's just go get the Stealth Rocks up. That was a bad move on my part, admittedly. He's got Swords Dance, that's not good. Alright, so we got our Stealth Rocks up. We're going to go ahead and go for Earthquake. I should probably go for Toxic. Maybe. I don't know. I made a bad play with the Gyro Ball. I was thinking type advantage there. I've got Levitate. He didn't see that coming, so he also makes a pretty crucial mistake. This Rhyperior is very tanky, by the way. It has Rocky Helmet as well. I'm just going to throw a Toxic on him. He might sit there and Swords Dance. I don't know what he's going to do. We know that he's got Swords Dance, Stealth Rock, and Earthquake. I'm assuming he's probably got a Rock move of some sort. So we're going to go ahead and Toxic him. We're going to start bringing him down a little bit. We're just going to keep throwing Earthquakes at him, too, on top of it. I mean, I think I'm pretty safe from Rhyperior. And I do have my damage calculator open. I'm not going to type this in just yet, though. We'll see. We'll wait here and see what we got to do to survive against a powerful Rhyperior. So he's going to switch out, actually. Here comes the Scrafty. Scrafty is an interesting Pokemon for sure. So let's go ahead and now we're going to open up the damage calculator. So he could be a Dragon Dance variant, which he probably is. Let's see, Bronzong. He could go for a knockoff. And that's one thing I failed to mention. One thing that my team is a little bit weak because I have 2 Psychic-type Pokemon on my team, which I wasn't a fan of doing, is that I've got a big weakness to Dark types. So he could go for knockoff here. None of my moves are going to do a tremendous amount of damage. I could switch into Diancie, but then I run the risk of fighting. But, I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to go Diancie, see what he is. Probably going to knock off. Here's the knockoff. I resist. He's going to get rid of our leftovers. I can simply go for Moonblast and knock him out if he stays in. I don't think he's got a move that's going to be able to knock me out. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think any of his moves. Well, yeah, he might have Iron Head, which has a chance of knocking us out if he rolls high. I'm just going to go for it. He might go for the Iron Head. If he does, he can knock us out potentially. I don't really have a switch in for it at this point. It goes for Drain Punch. Actually, that works out. We should be able to knock him out pretty easily here. Yeah, we have 4 times the weakness there for him, and then also the stab on top of that. So pretty powerful move with Moonblast. We're going to take out the Scrafty, which is big for me. Getting rid of Scrafty gets rid of a lot of pressure on some of my Pokemon because he's fighting and Dark. Puts a lot of pressure on Glalie, puts pressure on Delphox and Bronzong. We get rid of that immediately. So, see what he's going to do next here. Now, I don't have leftovers anymore, which is kind of a bummer. So, here comes Jellicent. Jellicent will probably knock us out here. Jellicent could just go for a Scald. It's going to do about 27 to 32%. If he goes for Scald, I could go for Blastoise. Trying to think what would be my best move here. I could go into Glalie as well. I'm going to go to Blastoise. See what he does here. He's got Water Absorb probably. Here comes the Shadow Ball, which does a tremendous amount of damage. More damage than I was kind of hoping to take, to be honest. Boy. Oh boy. That's probably a bad switching, I guess. And I missed the Toxic. What the heck, man? Wow, that sucks. Missed the Toxic on that. That's kind of big. Probably a bad play on my part. Probably should have switched to Virizion, maybe. So here comes Virizion. Now, I don't think... Well, let me see how much Shadow Ball will do before I decide to Sword Dance. Which is kind of what I'm leaning towards. Shadow Ball will do about 18% here. I think I get a free Swords Dance off here, so I'm just going to go for Swords Dance. Go for Swords Dance here, see what he does. I'm going to go ahead and click that start timer as well. He could go for a Will-O-Wisp, and I mean I can always cure it with the Heal Bell on Deontay. Goes for the Shadow Ball. Does a bit more than I calculated, but that's alright. He obviously has a lot of investment in special attack. I should be quicker than him, so Leaf Blade should knock him out. So we're going to get rid of the Jellicent. That Jellicent was a bit of a problem. So right now we're up 1 Pokemon on them, so we're doing good. We're doing some good trades here. Here comes the Bayonet. And I guess it's probably a Mega Bayonet. I would imagine it would be. Gunk Shot will take us out in 1 hit. But I might outspeed it, actually. I might outspeed it. Leaf Blade might knock it out. I'm going for it. And we knock him out. That's what I'm talking about. And he didn't Mega Evolve. So I'm guessing he wasn't a Mega Evolution Bayonet, which is kind of weird. Unless he just didn't want to Mega Evolve. He wanted to do something. I don't know what he was playing there. But I was faster than him. I just went for it. Virizion might be able to sweep some of these Pokemon down. If I'm a betting man, I'm guessing Druddigon's coming out. Rhyperior's coming out. Oh, man. Bold strategy. Let's see, Rhyperior. Leaf Blade's going to knock him out, I'm pretty sure, so let's just do it. And we take out the Rhyperior, so we're in a great spot right now. We're at 4% health, though, so we got 1 attack if we outspeed whoever he brings out. And that's fine. Virizion definitely paid its dividends in this battle, taking out 3 Pokemon. So here comes the Druddigon. Let's see. We outspeed him. Our strongest move is Close Combat with a chance of knockout, so let's go and go for it. And we get a crit. The crit didn't matter because I forgot he was at 88%. Close Combat should have done 94 to 111%, so we should have knocked him out either way. So all that's left is Electros. I can bring in Bronzong and just hit Earthquake. Actually, has Levitate. I could just Toxic. Should be fine. Goes for the Wild Charge. We get the Toxic off. He's going to resist Gyro Ball. But it's my only offensive move I can use on him, so I'm just going to go for it. He resists it, of course. We're going to get some toxic damage on him. As soon as I switched into bronze, I was like, he has levitate, doesn't he? And I kind of forgot as I was switching into him, but it's not a big deal. Because we should be able to knock him out, especially with the toxic on him. I want to bring out Delphox. And just go for a fire blast. We should outspeed him unless he's scarfed, which he might be because he's locked into wild charge here. Actually, I could probably just go for psychic, just so I don't have a chance of missing. And that's a good game. So game 1's going to go to us. Good game, H-Core. Fun game. So far this team's doing some work. Again, I know I have a weakness to dark types, but I do have some Pokemon that can resist them. But we'll see what happens here. So now we have this team here. Might start with Aerodactyl. I could start with Glalie perhaps and hit him with some ice. Hit him with some ice. Let's risk it. Let's see if he goes Aerodactyl to try and set up some rocks or something. I mean, so he starts with Emboar actually, which is a terrible matchup for us. Could be Choice Scarfed, could be an all-out attacker. We do outspeed him normally. I'm obviously not going to attack with Glalie though, just kind of looking to see what I want to do. I'm sure he's probably going to go for a fire or a fighting type move, so Delphox might be my best play here, just in case he goes for a fighting move. So I'm going to switch into Delphox. Goes for superpower, so it was a good play on my part. He's probably going to switch out to Sneasel, predicting the Psychic. I'm going to go for Calm Mind, just in case he does switch, predicting the Psychic attack. I don't think I lose much by doing that, to be honest. I mean, he can get another superpower off, unless I can do that much because of his low attack. So he's going to switch, and he switches into Drudigon. I don't know if I want to be against that right now, so let's take a look here at my calculator. With 1+1, Psychic almost knocks him out. I should be faster than him. It's too risky though. It's too risky. As if he goes for Outrage, he might go for Sucker Punch though. I'm in a bit of a pickle actually. Because he probably has Fire Punch. If he goes Outrage, I can switch into Deontay freely. I'm going to go Bronzong. Goes for Dragon Claw. Like I said, he probably has Fire Punch though. I'm going to go for, let's see here. Kind of want to go for Stealth Rocks. He went for Stealth Rock as well. I'm going to go for Toxic next. So we know he has Stealth Rocks. Maybe he doesn't have Fire Punch. That'd be really nice if he doesn't. He does it. Oh, that's so good for us. Alright, so here comes the Emboar again. We're going to get the Toxic off. He might go for Superpower again. He could go for a Fire move. I'd be risking a lot on. In fact, he'll probably knock out Delphox if I switch in. And he might be predicting that I'm going to switch out. We don't know what item it has. It might be a choice item. Could be Choice Scarfed. If he goes for Flare Blitz, we lose. Well, we don't lose, but we lose the Bronzong. I'm going to risk it. He goes for the Flare Blitz. I just didn't want to risk losing my Delphox, to be honest with you. I'm going to assume that he is. Got some sort of some item there with the Scarf. He might switch into Rotom, predicting the Rapid Spin. I'm going to go for Toxic. So he does. Actually, it's not a Ghost type. I'm an idiot. For some reason, I thought it was Grass Ghost, and it's Electric Ghost. I could have went for Rapid Spin just fine. Alright, so he can go for either a Grass or an Electric type move here. Which means Virizian's my best bet. So let's go Virizion. Goes for Thunderbolt. We are going to resist that. He's going to take some toxic damage here. Let me do some Cacts real quick. Alright. He's probably got a choice item, so he's locked into Thunderbolts because he's going to switch out, I would bet. I'm going to go for Swords Dance. Here comes the Drudigon yet again. Let's see. I'm going to go close combat like I did last game. And we're going to take him out. Just like that. We're going to get some rough skin. We're going to take some damage from the Rocky Helmet and the Life Orb. But well worth it. Well worth the trade there. So I'm going to get rid of Drudigon, which is huge. So now we're tied for 1 here. And here comes the Aerodactyl. And Aerodactyl's pretty quick. Pretty quick. And there's a lot of things you can do with Aerodactyl. He's going to outspeed me. Probably has a flying move and it's just going to knock us out. Do I keep Virizion? I'd say so. I'm going to keep Virizion. I'm going to go Blastoise. Because I am physically tanky. And I'm going to go for Rapid Spin. I want to get rid of these rocks. So that Virizion can come in without taking more damage. Same with Delphox. He may switch out, predicting the Skull. He does switch out. So here comes Chinchino. We're going to get the Rapid Spin off. We're going to get rid of the rocks. That's huge. He's probably got Bullet Seed. I could go with the Delphox, predicting the Bullet Seed. Virizion would be better, but I don't know if Virizion would live. And it's probably Technician, and it probably has Bullet Seed. I'm going to go on a Delphox. Let's see. He's probably going to outspeed us. But I'm going to go for Fire Blast anyways. Well, yeah, I mean, even if he's switching to Umbor, I mean, so he goes for Bullet Seed, so he is locked into it. He's a choice item, and that means he's got 361 speed. In fact, I probably should have switched to Glalie, but I haven't Mega Evolved him yet. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve him. And I could go for Ice Shard. I don't know if that's what I want to do, though. Let's see. Mega Glalie. He's probably going to switch. He's locked into Bullet Seed, which is going to do a tremendous amount of damage to us. But Double Edge would knock him out. He could just switch into Emboar, though. We're going to go for it. Here comes Sneasel, actually. We're going to get off our Double Edge here. And it's going to knock him out. You see how much damage that does. It does so much damage. I mean, we only took 20% recoil, so that's not too bad. I did not expect that to knock out Sneasel, to be honest. So here comes the Aerodactyl. Now we can just Ice Shard. So bold strategy on his part, but the Ice Shard is going to take him out. So Glalie put in the work now. And here comes the Emboar. And at his percentage, Ice Shard might knock him out. So let me... Emboar... Probably Scarfed. Ice Shard does 12 to 14%, so maybe not. Maybe not. We know that he has Superpower and he has Flare Blitz. I'm just going to switch into Blastoise. Here comes the Flare Blitz. We're going to resist it. He's going to end up knocking himself out with Toxic here pretty soon. He's going to live this turn. I could go for a Scald. So that's what I'm going to do. Here goes another Flare Blitz, and he's going to knock himself out. He's going to get the burn. That's fine. I have Refresh, but also Deontay could heal us with the Heal Bell. I'm probably just going to let Blastoise fall at this point. Just to see what move he's going to lock himself in. He might go Rock Blast, I don't know, but predicting the switch again. But Blastoise has done his job. He's a good soldier, but we're gonna sacrifice him for this here. So see what we do here. I don't think we'll live a Rock Blast, especially with Burn. Like we'll die to Burn, if nothing else. But I'm pretty sure it'll knock us out. It goes for the U-turn actually. So it has Bullet Seed and U-turn. Probably has Rock Blast. Here comes the Rotom, who's probably also Scarfed. Let's see here. I could probably Ice Shard him and knock him out. It's going to be close. It's going to come down to a damage roll, but the Toxic should knock him out. If that doesn't knock him out, we're going to trade if that's the case. And it does knock him out. The crit may have mattered. I'm not going to lie to you there. I could just go for Explosion here. My chances are he's going to go for Rock Blast. Let's go for Explosion, see what happens. So he doesn't have Rock Blast this, so he's got Bullet Seed and U-Turn. He doesn't knock us out. We go for the Explosion. That's going to knock him out. Good game, sir. That Explosion, by the way, I didn't mention, also gets the Ice Stab because of Refrigerate, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to go ahead. That's 2-0 so far. Let's go to our third battle here. Man, what a battle. Glad we put in the work there in the game, man. That's what I'm talking about. This is an interesting team. Alright. Could be a Mega Adino. I don't know, though. Could start off with Flygon. Could start off with Audino as well. I'm going to start with Bronzong. I think that's the safest play going into this. So here comes the Exceligor. Probably a Spikes lead. Has Final Gambit probably. And he's going to be much faster than I am. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks. He goes for Bug Buzz, which is going to crit. Wow. So we get the Stealth Rocks off. And Gyro Ball does about 81 to 96%. So I'm just going to go for it. Goes for Encore, actually. Which is kind of annoying. We're in a bit of a pickle here because his Final Gambit's probably going to knock out anything we bring out. He might just go for Bug Buzz again. Delphox would be neutral to it. Let's just go for it. If he Final Gambits, we're just going to trade. Hopefully my Fire Blast hits if he doesn't go for Final Gambit. So it gets Bug Buzz. Knocks us out the high damage roll there. This Exceligor put in the work. Man, this is not good. Alright, we're going to go Mega Glalie. And we're going to go for Double Edge. He could just Final Gambit, take us out. If not, Double Edge will knock him out. Although I really need Glalie for Flygon. I really do. I mean, I'll still have Deontay, but goes for the Final Gambit. We're going to try. So Exceligor really doing its job there. Very unfortunate for us. I could expect Flygon might come up and set up, or Mioletta will. Let's go for Rizian. So here comes Mioletta. Could just go for Size Shock and pretty much knock us out. I don't have much for that, to be completely honest. Could go for a Substitute. Predict us to switch out. It's not looking good for us, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kind of looking to see what my options are here. Looks like Diancie might be our best option. Here comes a Psychic. We're going to take a tremendous amount of damage. We go for Diamond Storm. Switches into Audino. And the thing about Audino is, if it can Mega Evolve, he's going to be stalling us like crazy. Hmm. Switching to Bronzong here. I could go Gyro Ball. Or I can Toxic, I think he's probably going to switch. See what he does. So here comes the Jellicent. I have to switch it to Virizion, which is good. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which sucks. I'm going to go for a Swords Dance. Here comes the Flygon. He's got a lot of options. He might be Scarfed. Oh man. I'm just doing some calculations here, guys. Close combat's going to be about 60 to 71% with the plus bonus with the burn. Goes for Defog. It's a good play. I want a Heal Bell. I think he's probably going to switch. And he does. So it brings back Audino. Goes for Calm Mind, actually. Interesting. Interesting. So now he Mega Evolves. Goes for Calm Mind again. I simply just go for Gyro Ball. That did no damage to him whatsoever. He's gonna rest. Toxic's gonna be nullified. Man, this sucks. We are in a very bad position, guys. I don't think we win this, to be honest. I'm just gonna forfeit, guys. I don't want to sit here and waste your guys' time. There's no way I'm winning this. Good game. Good game, Copper Beard. Copper Beard. Almost like Copperhead, which is a snake, a subspecies of snake. So, okay. He's got a Fire, Water, and Grass core as well. Could start with Camera Ups to set up some rocks. Might start with Dugtrio as well, though, to trap something. I think either way, Blastoise might be my best option. So let's start with Blastoise. Might be able to get a free Toxic off or a free Scald off, anyways. Because you'll probably just switch it to Venusaur when I switch into Blastoise, or if I start with Blastoise. That's probably a Mega Camerupt as well, because Mega Venusaur and Mega Blastoise aren't in this format. And this is game 4, by the way. We are 2-1. We just lost our last game, which kind of sucks, but that's alright. So he switched. You got Camerupt. I'm just going to Scald. I could risk the switch into Venusaur, which he does. I said I could switch into Delphox, predicting the switch, but you never know. I'm going to switch into Delphox. Start the timer here. So here comes the Leech Seed. So I'm sure he's going to switch out. Let's see. I could go for Fire Blast, but there's a lot of Pokemon that resist it. I could predict the Venusaur coming and go for a Grass Knot. Could just go for a Calm Mind, or just switch out into something else. I'm going to go Grass Knot, predicting Blastoise. Here comes Dugtrio, which also gets hit pretty hard by Grass Knot. We actually take it out. So good prediction on my part. I was trying to debate. I was like, he could predict the Psychic and switch into Scrafty. I didn't see it. I didn't think he would do it though. So I figured either Dugtrio or Blastoise would be a good choice here. So now we got the Camerupt versus Delphox. So I'm going to switch out for sure into Blastoise. I don't think I lose anything by switching into Blastoise. Here comes the Stealth Rocks. I could very easily just go for a Rapid Spin because I think he's going to switch into Venusaur. So we get rid of the rocks here. We're back to Venusaur and Blastoise. We know he has Leech Seed, for sure. I think I'm safe to switch it. So he switches into Ambipom, actually. Okay. Ooh, probably has Knockoff. So I'm going to switch into Diancie here. Here comes the Knockoff as predicted. We're going to lose our leftovers, but that's alright. I'm going to go for Reflect. Goes for U-turn, that's fine. Probably will switch into Venusaur. Because it probably has Sludge Bomb. And he does. I'm going to switch into Delphox, as you've seen there. I was thinking about switching into Bronzong just because if he does use Sludge Bomb, I just ignore it. But then it's like, okay, I do that, but then what? So here comes the Leech Seed yet again. I doubt he switches into Scrafty or Blastoise. I'm thinking Camerupt is probably going to be a switch. I'm just going to go for Psychic. See what he does here. Aiden's cool. He's so cool. Come on, man. Come on, man. He's obviously thinking about what he wants to do here. Will he predict the Psychic? It's the only Pokemon on his team that can take the Psychic. Last time I Grass Knotted. It's the only move he knows I have. So I don't think he's going to switch into Blastoise. I would love for that to happen, but I don't see it happening. My guess is Camerupt or Ambipom. And he does predict the Psychic. Well played. Well played. We should be faster unless he is Scarfed. But Fire Blast won't knock him out, so it's not worth the risk. He may go for a Dragon Dance. He might go for a High Jump Kick, Knockoff, Iron Head. Goes for Dragon Dance. That's not good. Not good at all. Oh boy. This is not good. I'm going to go for Toxic. The Dragon Dance, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I got Reflect up for a little bit. At least one more turn here. This turn, that is. Hopefully it stays around. I'm going to need it. Doesn't know my set. He doesn't know that I don't have a Psychic move. Although it's actually, that's pointless. He's a Dark type. Duh. He doesn't know what I have. I don't know why he would be afraid of Bronzong at this point, but the only thing I could do is Toxic. The other moves don't do much to him. Gyro Ball does 19 to 23. Earthquake does 14 to 16. So here comes the knockoff. I'm going to lose my leftovers. We're going to get the Toxic off, hopefully. Yes, it does. Excuse me. I don't know what to do. We know he has knockoff. He probably has that jump kick and Iron Head. Let me look and see if Blastoise can stand a chance. He is physically defensive. Looks like High Jump Kick has a potential for 2-hit KO on Blastoise even with the +1. So I'm just going to bring up Blastoise and I'm simply going to go for Scald. Has knockoff, going to take our leftovers off. I could trade the Blastoise here, although I think I need Blastoise, or I could trade something else. Can Deontay live a knockoff from that line? From the percentage of health it has. Let's see, Deontay. Knockoff. I should be able to. I'm gonna go for it. Goes for High Jump Kick anyways, and we're gonna trade. That's fine. So now it comes to this. He could go into Venusaur. He might go to Ambipom though. Man, this is rough. I'm gonna go to Virizion. Here comes the Ambipom. We know it has knockoff and U-turn. Knockoff will be super effective, I believe. Or not knockoff, sorry, U-turn. Goes for the fake out. Does a tremendous amount of damage. Chances are he is faster than me. He does outspeed me. He's gonna knock me out. Dang it, I don't... How did I outspeed him? What? The only thing I can think of is if he didn't put any EV investment into speed, because he should outspeed me. Wow. Wow, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was just going to trade my Virizion out. I'll take it. I'll freaking take it. Wow. So now here comes the Fire Blast. Let's go, Blastoise. I might be quicker than him, but he's probably going to switch out to Venusaur. How much I can do there. And he does. Hopefully I'll get the burn off. I don't. And again, all we know it has is Leech Seed. As Giga Drain. Alright, so now this next move is very important here. So he's probably going to switch into Mega Camerupt. But he might just stay in, predicting that I'm going to predict him. Fire Blast has a chance of knocking him out. I'm going for it. I'm going for Fire Blast. Okay, so here comes the Camerupt. And we don't knock him out, but we're going to outspeed him, so I'm not too worried about that. Although we do have Life Orbs, so we're taking damage. I had no choice. So here comes Blastoise. Grass Knot will not knock him out, but it'll do some damage to him. I had to do it this way. Freeze dry will be super effective against him. He's gonna throw the toxic on. And he's gonna knock us out. It's gonna come down to this, guys. Oh man. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. Oh boy. Fire Blast should knock him out if it hits. And it misses. No! It freaking missed. Aw, oh, man, good game, dude. That sucks. That sucks. You gonna leech see me? Come on, man. You can beat me. Oh, we got the burn off. Ah, that Fire Blast missed. That was it, man. That was the win. That was my win condition. So we're 2 for 2. This is the final round. Hopefully we can go 3 and 2. The last one was really close. It was really close. Who would he start with? Maybe Drudagon? Or Braviary? I don't know. I'm gonna start Deontay. I'm gonna start Deontay and see what he starts with. So here's Ambipom. It's probably gonna fake out. We'll just see if he fakes out. There's the fake out, as to be predicted. I'm going to go ahead and reflect. Comes the knockoff. We're going to lose our leftovers there, which is kind of a bummer. We get the reflect off. And at this point, I just Diamond Storm. So he goes for the U-turn. And here comes the Alamola. We get a Diamond Storm off. Looks like Alamola is usually a support Pokemon, defensive, and has like Wish, Protect, Scald, and Toxic. Chances are it's gonna Toxic or Protect. And he's going for Scald actually, okay. And he's gonna get the burn off. We get the Moonblast, lower special attack. I'm gonna go ahead and Heal Bell. I'm sure he has Wish. He switches actually, okay. So here comes Electros. We have Deontay here, we're going to heal up. Let's see. Looks like they run his Soul Vest. It's kind of random. He could go for a Volt Switch, could go for a Flamethrower, predicting the switch into a Deontay to Virizion. I'm gonna go into Bronzong. Goes for Discharge actually. Okay. Paralyzes, are you kidding me? Flamethrower. And we're paralyzed. We'll go for Fire Blast. He might have knockoff though to knock us out. Just goes for the discharge. Man, Electros is really putting the work on me here. Can Mega Glalie knock it out? Let's see. With Ice Shard, it cannot. What about Virizion? Post combat should knock it out. So here comes Braviary. Good switch in by him. Let's see, could be Choice Scarfed. If it is, it's going to be faster than it is with Brave Bird. We'll trade. I'm just going to go into Blastoise, who's my physical tank here. Goes for U-turn. Probably going to bring back Electros. I really need a ground type on my team, I think. He's got 2 electric Pokemon on his team. Could just switch into Virizion again. Let's see, could be a sub pass. Goes for Volt Switch. Probably just gonna bring about Braviary again. Or Braviary. Man, I don't. He's got a good team. I really need a ground type. I think I was thinking about replacing Bronzong with Steelix when I was first making my team here. And I may do that, actually. I might go Steelix over Bronzong. I just want Bronzong because he's something I've never really played before. I want something a little different. So here goes Ambipom, probably going to fake out. Goes for the fake out, and he's probably going to U-turn. And he'll probably U-turn into Jolteon or Electros. So I'm just going to Toxic. Goes for knockoff, actually. Okay. Goes for U-turn. He's going to switch. I thought about clicking Toxic again because I thought that's what was going to happen, but you can never be too sure, I suppose. So now here comes Electros, and we're going to hit him with the Scald. Do we get the burn? We don't get the burn. He's going to be faster than us, chances are. Could go for Flamethrower, though. I'm kind of scared he's going to go for Flamethrower. Problem is, I don't have anything else that can take the electric attack, so I'm just going to have to risk it. He switches to Alamaloa. I doubt she stays in. So she'll be able to get a free Swords Dance. No, he's staying in. Goes for Wish. I can get a second Swords Dance then, because he's going to switch to Electros maybe? Or Braviary. Switching to Braviary, hold up. I'm going for Leaf Blade. Switches into Braviary, we're going to knock it out. I had to because if that Braviary is just it's too threatening to my Virizion. Alright, so we're good there. We might be able to sweep some of his Pokemon out with Virizion. We got rid of the Braviary, that was the biggest threat. He could bring an Ambipom and go for Fake Out. He's actually going to bring in Druddigon. Unfortunately, we don't have the Stealth Rocks down, so Close Combat may not knock him out, but we're just going to go for it anyways. It doesn't knock him out. He's got Rocky Helmet, and he's going to knock us out here. That's fine. Doesn't knock us out, never mind. Goes for Sucker Punch. Okay, fair enough. I could simply go for Rapid Spin. I'm just gonna go Glalie. I'm just gonna hit Ice Shard. So we get rid of the Dredagon. 2 for 2 right now, but he's definitely beating me right now. Well, maybe not. These guys are pretty low. So here comes the Alamanola. I think I just go Freeze Dry. He's going to go for Wish. He may go for Protect. He switches into Electros. Freeze Dry. Won't knock him out. He's going to get the Wish off. I should be faster than him, though, although we don't know what his item is. Let's see here. Oh, he's probably a Soul Vest. Double Edge will knock him out. Alright, so we got rid of Electros, which is huge. That thing was a very big problem for me. I really am considering switching Bronzong out for Steelix in the future. Ice Shard might take him out. The Ambipom. Fake Out might. I don't know if it outspeeds the. Outspeeds me though. Not sure. Let me see. Let's see. Ice Shard should knock him out. Well, maybe not, but the Toxic and it would, the combination of. I think he's going to go Fake Out. I think I'm going to switch to the Blastoise and just sack the Blastoise off. Yeah, I think that was the better play. And with the Toxic and the Life Orb damage, Glalie can now come in and knock him out with the Ice Shard. So then all that's left is Alamanola and Jolteon. Unfortunately, I can't switch Glalie out because if I switch back in, rocks are going to take me out. So I got to face whatever he brings out. And I'm pretty sure Jolteon's going to outspeed us. Well, maybe not. Might be able to get Explosion off. Get the Sexplosion. Let's see, he might just bring Alamanola. So here comes Jolteon. And it actually is probably faster than us. Let's take a look. Jolteon. 374 speed. Yeah, it's going to be faster than us. And his Thunderbolt's going to knock us out. We're just going to go for it. I should have just went for Ice Shard. At least would have got some damage off. But just for the risk that maybe he didn't outspeed me. I don't know. That was a bad play. Well, we lose here. I don't think we can win with what we got left over, to be honest. I mean, I can Heal Bell and get rid of the Paralyzation on Bronzong. But otherwise, I don't think... Well, maybe. We'll see. If we can get rid of Alamanola, but it's a good staller. He's got Mirror Coat. Goes for Toxic. Gets the Wish off. Goes for Scald. All we got is Bronzong. Yeah, there's no way. Earthquake's only going to do 12%. Eventually he will get the burn, but... Since he's got Wish, there's no way we're going to win this. Plus Jolteon outspeeds us anyways. Whoa, really? Bold move. Sigma Beam doesn't knock us out. We get rid of the Jolteon. So that's a constellation prize. Gets the burn. Okay, so that's game. Even with the crit, only did 7% thanks to the burn. 2%. Yeah, it's game. Good game. So we had a couple really good games there. I think that we need to make some changes to the team at some point. I will definitely revisit this format at some point. Glalie not bad, but I do think there's other better Pokemon that I can have in the spot. And as far as Bronzong goes, I do think that Steelix might be a better choice for a Steel type. That way I don't have as much of a weakness to Dark types. I mean, in fact, we can kind of look and see what other Steel types there are in this format. I definitely want a Steel type to resist the poison moves. So we have some Steel types. We have Aggron, which I also consider, but it's another Rock type. Registeel, which is a pure Steel, which wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Bastion, another Rock type. Probopass, Rock type. Scalavar. I thought about a Scalavar as a sweeper. Clang Clang is an interesting one as well. Magneton wouldn't be too bad with the Eviolite. Gives me an electric type. But I really need a ground type, so I think Steelix might be the best call here. It gives me that ground type for electric type Pokemon that seemed to destroy us that one game. And then the steel type as well to take care of the poison type disadvantage for Deontay as well as steel types. Plus it'd give us another tank. I'd probably go adamant and just build a bulky like I did in one of my previous teams. I think that's what we'll do at some point. But anyways guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. This is episode 12, which again this marks the 3-month anniversary of us doing Showdown Sundays, which is pretty cool. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button for us. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And follow me on Twitter at Mav, M-A-V, Mark Daniels. If you don't want to go to twitter.com and search for my name and then I do that part for you, all you got to do is go to my description here and click the link to my Twitter and hit that follow button and you'll be right there. You get to follow me. You'll see when I upload videos. And you guys can tweet at me, ask me questions, anything like that, or suggest what you want to see on Showdown Sundays or Throwback Thursdays. Of course, every Thursday. So definitely do that. But anyways, guys, until next time, I am the Maverick Mark Daniels. And until next time, guys, I bid you farewell, peace, and one love.